Welcome back, my cart-calculating caravanners, my wheel-worn wanderers, my pavement-philosophizing pushers of peculiar payloads. Hobo Yeti here from a half-shaded loading dock where the wind argues with a loose receipt, and I've got an axle that squeaks like it's telling on me. Today, we're talking about the rolling decision, the cart. Not the shiny version, not the catalog fantasy, the real ones. The ones that wobble, tilt, snap, and occasionally test your will to keep moving. You're not picking perfection. You're picking what fails slower. Water weight, terrain, axles, flats, push versus pull, and whether the thing makes you look like a jogger or a walking question mark. Let's get into it. 1. Bicycle pull behind cart. The hopeful optimist with commitment issues. Ah, yes, the bicycle trailer. The elegant solution. The promise of speed. The illusion of ease. Hook it up and suddenly you're gliding, covering ground, like you've upgraded your existence. But load it with real weight, water, gear, everything, and those axles start reconsidering their life choices. These aren't built for abuse. You'll need proper inserts, not foam shortcuts, unless roadside repairs become your daily ritual. Still, if you compare it with a bike, it's one of the few setups that feels efficient and almost graceful. It's freedom on wheels until the wheels file a complaint. 2. Baby stroller, the siren song of suspicion. It rolls smooth, almost too smooth, like it expects a quiet neighborhood and polite sidewalks. It handles turns well and feels easy to manage, but it comes with a built-in problem. It looks like it should contain a baby. That invites attention you don't want. People watch, question, call things in. Then there's durability. Those wheels aren't made for long miles or rough terrain. You can modify it, disguise it, rough it up, but it still carries that identity wherever it goes. It rolls like a dream, but comes with a built-in audience you never invited. 3. Golf club cart. The retired athlete with unexpected grit. The golf cart is subtle, quiet, and doesn't scream for attention. It blends in better than most and sometimes surprises you with sturdier tires than expected. On smooth ground, it performs well enough and carries a decent load. But once terrain changes, roots, rocks, uneven slopes, it starts hesitating. It wasn't built for that kind of life. It's not weak, just specialized. Push it outside its comfort zone, and it shows you exactly where its limits are. It's ready for 18 holes, just not the hole in your plans. 4. Garden cart, the beast that trips over its own feet. This thing feels like a solution. Strong frame, big capacity, built to haul serious weight. You load it up and think you've solved the problem completely. Then the ground shifts. Low clearance and balance issues start working against you. A rock, a slope, a bad angle, and suddenly everything tips like it planned it. It's not fragile, it's just awkward in unpredictable terrain, great on stable ground, questionable anywhere else. It can carry everything right up until it decides to drop it all. 5. DIY cart, the mad scientist's regret. Building your own sounds smart until you realize you don't have a workshop, tools, or time. You improvise. Caster wheels, maybe a skateboard base, something creative that almost works. But then terrain shows up. Hills, rocks, uneven ground. Low clearance becomes a constant problem. What looked clever starts fighting you every step. It's not that it won't move, it's that it moves badly when it matters most. Improvised design meets real-world punishment and usually loses. You didn't build a cart, you built a lesson with wheels. 6. Wheelchair cart, the functional beacon of attention. A wheelchair is sturdy, reliable, and relatively affordable. It's built to handle weight and distance better than most options. Mechanically, it works, but visually, it stands out immediately. You can strip it down, remove parts, reshape it, but it still carries presence. It draws attention, whether you want it to or not. It's a trade-off between function and visibility, and depending on your situation, that can matter just as much as durability. It rolls like a champion, but introduces you before you can introduce yourself. 7. Bicycle no cart, the minimalist gambler. Going with just a bicycle trims everything down. Add panniers or bags, and you've got a fast, efficient setup. You move quicker, cover more ground, and avoid the drag of a cart. But storage becomes the constant issue. Water is heavy, and every item becomes a decision. You're balancing speed against necessity all the time. It works if you stay disciplined, but it forces you to carry less and think more about every ounce you bring along. You gain speed, but every item becomes a philosophical debate. 8. Grocery cart, the folk legend that betrays reality. The grocery cart has a reputation. People have gone long distances with one, and that idea sticks. But the reality is rough. They're not built for endurance. Wheels wobble, frames bend, and distance exposes every flaw. You'll spend more time managing the cart than moving forward. It can be done, but it's not efficient or reliable. It's a challenge disguised as a tool, and it demands constant effort just to keep rolling. It's not a cart, it's a long argument with friction. 9. Luggage cart, the short-term delusions. At first glance, it looks perfect, compact, foldable, easy to handle. It feels like a smart choice early on. But these are built for smooth floors and short distances, not real miles. The wheels wear down quickly, and the frame starts to give under sustained weight. It works for a while, then slowly falls apart. What feels like efficiency turns into maintenance and failure as the distance adds up. It's great until it remembers it wasn't built for this life. 10. Beach cart, the sand specialist lost in reality. Big wheels, wide stance, built to glide across sand without effort. In that environment, it performs exactly as intended. But take it anywhere else. Pavement, gravel, hills, and the advantages disappear. The wheels wear, the frame resists, and movement becomes harder than expected. It's designed for one job, and outside of that, it struggles to keep up with demands it was never meant to handle. It dominates the beach but loses the plot everywhere else. So what do we learn from all this? There's no perfect cart, just the one that fails slower than the others. You're balancing weight, terrain, durability, and visibility every step of the way. Push tends to beat pull. Strong axles matter more than you think. Flat, free tires can save your entire day. Every choice is a trade-off, and every mile tests it. I hope your road is a good one, and if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. And remember, the best gear isn't the one that works perfectly. It's the one that keeps going when everything else quietly quits. Take care. If you'd like to support what I'm doing here at Hobo Road, I want to be honest about what that means. A lot of this channel is built from a tent, from a phone screen, from library computers, from borrowed outlets, weak signals, and whatever battery percentage survived the day. It's not some polished studio operation with sponsors and assistants. It's one guy trying to create something useful, thoughtful, and real from the margins. The books haven't made much money. Most of this doesn't pay in profit. It pays in purpose, stubbornness, and occasionally additional poverty. But I keep doing it because I believe homelessness survival awareness matters, and because some of you have told me it matters to you too. If you'd like to help keep that road lit a little longer, there are a few ways. You can support directly through PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or Patreon using the links below. You can also join the channel membership for $1.99 a month, which gets you loyalty badges next to your name, custom emojis, and member perks in comments and live chats. You can pick up my books, The Weight of Silence, the Homeless Survival Handbook ebook, the audiobook on Google Play, or order a physical copy through lulu.com with the link below. You can also grab some merch. Every little bit genuinely helps more than you know, and I appreciate it.